Blokes, Sheilas, cobbers, mates, fellas, I'm going to make for you something that my mate Rhino, who I work with, Rhino, how's it going, mate? I know you're sitting there at work watching me. You should be working, but you're watching Greg's Kitchen. Good on you, mate. He sits there and he loves this hot dog called KRANSKY-LICIOUS from this hot dog place called the Snag Stand. Now, I've never actually had one because they cost $10, and quite frankly, I don't pay $10 for anything. So today I thought, Rhino, mate, Cobber, I'm going to show you how to make one at home. It's only going to cost you about $3, and it's going to taste exactly the same. So, anyway, enough of me gibbering on. Let's start cooking.
This is Greg's Kitchen.
So what am I using today? Well, I've got here a Kransky sausage. Now, Kransky is also known as a Polish sausage, and this is a chili cheese one that I actually bought from the delicatessen at the local supermarket. They actually sell them there. They're $2 a hit though, so $2 for this. Oh God, paid more for one of those in Thailand though. So you'll need one of them. You'll also need a bread roll, and you also need a bit of cheese, some sun-dried tomatoes, semi-sun-dried, not those stiff hard ones, even though I know you boys love them. We need the softer ones because they're better for this recipe, because that's how the recipe is. And you'll need some mayonnaise and the old sriracha sauce, because that's what they use on this recipe. Now, before you butterholics freak out and hit that dislike button saying, "Greg, you didn't use butter in this recipe," I'm going to, so stop stressing. Anyway, let's start cooking this up. Right, so I got my old Kransky here, the Polish sausage, aka known in North America. And what I'm going to do is just like score across it. Just put a few slices in, and hopefully that'll like open it up and make it look like really fancy. Like you went to a really fancy place. You know, some people like to look a little bit more fancier than they actually are. Even though they taste the same, they like the look of it. So just give it a few splits down the bits, and what we do now is just chuck it into the pan. Like that. And we'll just start this frying. Because it's straight out of the fridge, you've got to warm it up somehow. So we'll just cook this, and this pan was pretty hot. It doesn't sound like it's really cranking hard, but this Kransky is cranking. Believe me. Oh, look at that, see? It's already changed colour. Now, there's not much else you need to do in the time being other than cut your bread roll in half. So I just got to sit and wait for that Kransky to crank. Or I'll just cut the bread roll in half. How about we do that? So you could cut it down this way if you're that way inclined. Or you can do it like the shop does and like cut it down the sort of centre like this. It's up to you. You just need to make sure you got enough space and room in there to fit all your ingredients in. I know there's going to be plenty of space there just by looking at it. Now I guess it's just waiting for this Polish sausage to crank. Any jokes I can talk about Polish sausages? Did you hear about the guy that worked in the sausage factory? He was just trying to make ends meet. Oh my God, that was terrible. It's kind of like jokes about German sausages. I mean, they are the worst. I know, those jokes were terrible. So let's go and see how this sausage is going. I'm going to tell you, mate, these Kranskys sure do take a long time to even like sound like they're cooking. But they are, because that thing is smoking hot. So I reckon that's ready, because otherwise I'm going to burn my tongue on it, aren't I? So let's start throwing this bad boy together. So like I said, just to please everyone, I better whack some butter on here. Because, I mean, there's lots of benefits of butter. I mean, there's, you know, weight gain, and there's a flavour. There's lots of benefits. It looks nice. Yeah, so I put some on there to satisfy those needs. And this Kransky has cranked into the heat zone, which is where I wanted it to be. Oh man, that's hot. How am I even going to, like, pick this up? I could use tongs, I suppose, but I'm not a pussy. Well, I am, but there we go. Now onto there, I will add some cheese. This is just regular cheddar cheese, Australian cheddar, so it's not yellow like those American style cheeses. I wish we had that yellow cheese here. Or is it orange? One of those colours. I know there's quite a few people in America that are orange. Maybe it's because of their cheese. Let's create some space, because we need to create some for these semi-sun-dried tomatoes, or as we call them here in Australia, tomatoes. So we'll get some of these out and we put some of these over the top, yummo, onto the sausage, not onto the cutting board. That should be enough. We don't want to overdo it now. And now all we need to do is add the mayonnaise. This is my favourite one. It comes in a big plastic tube. Now if you know the name of it, leave it down below in the comments section. I love reading your comments, even if they're silly or dumb. I mean, that's what my show's all about, isn't it? Being silly. And next of all, the sriracha sauce. This hot dog also contains that. So there's a few kicks of spice in there. So we'll pour that over the top. So there you go, Rhino. Just made myself a Kransky-Licious hot dog copycat from your favourite Snag Stand restaurant for a third of the price. How good do you reckon that looks, old Rhino? He raves about them and I can't wait to taste it. So let's tuck on him for the old Kransky Rhino favourite hot dog from the Snag Stand taste test. Oh yeah, I can't wait to tuck on it in. How good's that look, Rhino? Well, I've never had one, so let's give it a go. Oh yeah, and I'm starving too. Let's go. Oh, 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 mmm, 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 oh yeah, oh, mate, mmm. No wonder you love them. The spiciness of that cheese Kransky, the sweetness of those sun-dried tomatoes on top, the mayonnaise to balance it out, yeah, the extra sriracha on top to burn the ring off your back hole. Oh, it's a masterpiece in disguise. As a masterpiece. Oh man, that's good. No wonder Rhino loves his sausage. I always knew he was that way inclined. Towards the Kransky I'm talking about. Get your minds out of the gutters. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoy that hot dog there. It's really nice, really simple. It's full of spice, full of flavours. You guys are going to love it. If you like these sorts of recipes, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every time I upload. Otherwise you're missing out on the best recipes that YouTube has to offer. And you're going to be watching some second-rate channel who just delivers crap week after week. Join the club. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time right here on Greg's Kitchen.
Oh yeah, this is Greg's Kitchen, where the food is pink and licking. Ooh yeah.
Oh, Daddy, who loves a sausage?